Good morning, everybody. How y'all doing? Hope you're doing well. Yeah, I decided to skip doing my yoga and go for my walk today. And yesterday, I was really sore, really tired. I didn't do anything yesterday either. And I woke up this morning and I was still feeling funky, still really tired, not as sore at least, but I'm like, you know what, I need to take a few days off and let my body just heal a little bit. That's what I'm doing. I was going to work on my taxes yesterday. I couldn't get my head together. I was just so tired and headachy and everything. And yeah, I wound up going and buying a bunch of junk food, pigging out. Got to do that every once in a while. Let your body have opportunities to rest, relax, indulge, all that sort of stuff. So just took it real easy with my day off yesterday. Today's going to start my day of working nonstop all the way through next Friday. So another reason why I don't mind just chilling, instead of trying to push it so much and everything. So, but definitely got some rain yesterday afternoon into the evening, excuse me. And it's still cloudy out today. So, yeah, body's a little on the stiff side with things and so forth. So, but yeah, just wanted to rest, relax, and everything, and also get a little bit extra sleep this morning too. So, but now I'm awake, kind of. Just woke up again, and gonna head on, get myself moving here in a little bit. So anyway, yeah, I did take a look to see what happened with the court case yesterday, and again, no links, bunch of shorthand gibberish. Can't really make a lot of heads or tails on anything. It looks like really all that happened is that it was continued again, the initial arraignment. This time to the 17th. But what's really weird is, and this is the part that I really want to find out what's going on, it's kind of strange. It's up there at the top of the page. I'm talking above the charges even. It shows, the defendant's name, state of Nevada, and then who the attorneys are. That's on the left-hand side, and then on the right-hand side of the web page is the attorneys representing both. Well, they show the attorney who's representing the state of Nevada, but as far as his attorney is concerned, the name is being struck through. It's basically crossed off his name and contact information. So I don't know what's going on. Was he also excused now? I don't know. Or is it, I don't know. I have no idea what's going on. Maybe he's looking at everything and has tried to advise his client, that his client is being adamant. I don't know. I have no idea what's going on. But until they get the minutes up there with everything, yeah, I have no idea what's going on. And as long as what it took to get the minutes up from before, might not know until next week what happens or what has happened or whatever. So, no idea. So we'll see what happens. But anyway, so yeah, like I said, doing my running around a little bit yesterday. I bought a bunch of junk food when I was at the grocery store instead of eating healthy. Bought a couple bags of my favorite potato chips. I've already almost eaten the one bag. Yeah, I know. Bad girl. But oh well. Bought myself, a couple tubs of ice cream this time. With the Huntsville ice cream. I got the Traverse City cherry fudge. Oh my gosh, is that delicious? Basically maraschino cherries with fudge ripple. Mmm, my gosh, delicious. Yeah, and it's cherry flavored ice cream with the bits of cherry and then the fudge going through it. Only instead of it being like fudge ripple like you usually get, like with fudge ripple ice cream, it's more like the shell, if you remember the shell ice cream, but it's done in ribbons. Oh my gosh. It's good. Really good. And of course I got my Blue Moon. Yeah. And I picked out on some Peeps. My sugar's a little high this morning, by the way. Yeah. It's definitely showing. Oh well. We all need it every once in a while. While I was there, at Walmart, I thought, well, maybe I might be able to pick myself up a cheap pair of shoes or something. Forget it. Took one look at them. Felt inside. Oh my gosh, they're like hard as rocks. And these are supposed to be memory foam and so forth. I'm like, yeah, I don't think so. So I'm not going to go down that route. Got my sensors ordered because those are coming up with needing to be replaced. So I'll take care of that here soon. And yeah, I know yesterday I mentioned that I felt like I wanted to walk away, and I was trying to explain things. No, yeah, part of that is because I don't want drama in my life, and I was feeling like there's just too much drama that was just happening, and especially with everything that I'm dealing with, on more of a personal level and so forth. And I'm just like, no. But at the same point, I'm also not somebody who walks away from a fight. So, I'm like, I'd much rather, what I'm trying to say with that is, I'm somebody, I don't like walking away from a challenge until I say the challenge is done, basically. If it winds up being something that's, continuing, and yeah, I do have problems walking away from that too, which is one of the reasons why I wound up becoming so damn stressed out to begin with. Part of things that happened. But, yeah. See what happens. But I don't want to be dealing with all of it for terribly much longer. If it's not going to work out, I'm trying to still give it the opportunity to work out. But if it winds up not working out, then maybe it's time for me to move on. So we'll see what happens. I'll give it more time. But, and then I'll make a decision. Not that grass is always greener. I don't want to look at things from that perspective. I want to look at it more from a perspective of, all right, maybe this just isn't going to work out. Even though the pay is nice, maybe it just won't work out. But I want to give it time. So we'll keep going, see how everything works out, and go from there. So, but anywho, yeah, I know my body is just feeling stiff, especially my hands today. And that didn't help either with the storm moving in. It was a little warm and humid in the store, and it was just kind of like, gosh, they need to turn this heat off. It was not helping matters. I mean, I was boiling hot. It was so hot in there. And I'm still not used to that. I'm used to going into a store or into a building and the air conditioning is going, cold outside, or excuse me, warm outside, cold inside. That's what I've been living with really most of my life, especially living out there. But here, it's the opposite. You go outside to cool off and go inside to warm up. So it makes it stifling, So it's something to get used to. So I know I was going to work on my taxes yesterday, see about getting those done, but my head was just pounding and everything, mostly because of the weather, and I know that. And I just couldn't get my head together. I did a lot of sleeping yesterday. I even went to bed a little bit early, as early as I possibly could without messing up my insulin schedule. So, but yeah, and I took some ibuprofen too before I went to bed. So my body was just, I'm like, I need to calm all this mess down, And I didn't want to drink another cup of tea. So, actually, I didn't drink any tea yesterday, come to think of it. But that's okay. So, excuse me, anywho, got her stuff yesterday too, bought her some extra cans of food, so I don't have to worry about that until next pay period. And also her dry food, and also a little bit of Frisky treats. I was going to get more when I was at Walmart. I went ahead and got the one bag over at PetSmart that I know she likes because they hadn't been getting it in there at Walmart. And I was going to get the other bags when I was there, and I completely spaced. Oh, wow. She also got a couple of new toys, too. She doesn't seem all that interested, mostly the Frisky treats, yeah. But I'm trying not to talk about her too loud or anything, because she's over there sleeping. And she's so precious. Actually, her back is to me, but she's just so precious. She is. I love her to pieces. So yeah, just spent some time with her and so forth, and went from there. But, anywho, yeah. So yeah, that's pretty much everything going on and so forth. With everything that I can think of. Nice, boring life, really. Fine by me. But I figure with my taxes, I'll just take them with me to work and work on them during my breaks and so forth. So I have a feeling I'm going to be able to knock them out pretty easy now that I've looked at everything, got everything printed off and so forth. It's like, okay, it's really not a whole lot that I'm going to have to really worry about, especially with looking at the standard deduction. It's like, yeah, there's not much that I'm going to have to wipe out to zero myself out. So that's why I don't worry about it too much, because I usually am able to zero myself out. So, but anywho, yeah, I think I'll do it this short today. Be done with it, and talk at you later. It seems to me there's other things. There's little things here or there or whatever, but it's alright. I'm not too worried about it. So, anywho, at least you all know I'm still alive. That's what matters most. Anyway, I'll talk at you soon. I love yous. Love you.